It's that simple. Now I got a comment that why I choose this color. Now that's the Mosko Moto Backcountry 35 Woodlands edition, and I just love them. Now they're not very lightweight, but for soft luggage, yes, they're also expensive, but I just love them. You know, they fit nice and neatly. They have sufficient space, 2 times 35 liters plus the pouches on the side. I mean, that is definitely enough for at least a 2-day trip or more, depends what you're going to take with you on the road. But I would say enough here in the garage. Let me tell you a bit more about that. Let's hit the road. Hello, I'm Nikolai. Welcome to Spoke Wanderer. Let's roll. Today we talk about the Mosko Moto Backcountry 35 in the Woodlands edition that I purchased some months back. Now, in the intro and the first part, you've seen already a couple of pictures and a small description how you mount it. Now, let's find a nice place where we can stop so I can show you a bit more in detail, explain a bit more, maybe even with some information that you don't find on all the channels. A lot of people were also asking regarding heat next to the exhaust. So let's see where we can stop, and then I'm going to tell you all about it. Now this is also quite rare that we have a bit clouds here in the UAE. They predicted some rain around the next days, so let's see. Mosko Moto Backcountry 35 now in the garage. You've seen already some. I mean, once they arrived, I mean, you can really feel the material and all. This nylon material, what they use, is extremely sturdy. Here, the rubberized stuff, the rubberized parts on it, they feel like rubber from one of these inflatable rafts that you can buy. All these little details on it is just fantastic, but let's take a closer look. Now all the details, be this small salamander here, down here, on here. Here you can lock it. All is sturdy, all is nice. Grab handle. Here you're gonna release it just to take it out. The beaver tail, super sturdy, but yeah, super sturdy. And I have now all my filming gear plus other things in, and yeah, there's still some space which I can go, where I can release them, here the beaver tail and all. Now I'm pretty sure you made your homework about them as well. Made out of metal, made out of aluminium, here these buckles, and you have a lot of things when you open up here as well. You just get this down and you have additional storage. Now this is for sure not water resistant, but for example some small stuff which you sometimes need, you can go here. If you do camping, I mean, you can do some heavier tools like an axe, maybe a small shovel. In here you have everywhere these mounting points where you can add things. It's just fantastic. Somewhere, if you stop somewhere, I mean, either you have there some tools inside, or if you have some additional gear, you can just stuff it in here. It's out of your way. For example, you have rain gear, it was raining, you stuff it in there. It doesn't affect your clothes inside of your panniers, of your bags. Now here as well, there's a plastic plate or something inside which keeps the shape. This one is super sturdy material, so this one will get definitely the first hit if you get down. What I read is it's very abrasion resistant, so this should protect your panniers quite well. This, you know, these little details what they have, for example with this Velcro here, and some things they're just floating around, but it's like you can tuck it closer together, you can loosen it up, so you can overstuff it as well if you want to, and then tighten it up. Now another good thing of this is when you roll it down and you secure it, I put it down, now it's secured. You have basically an additional grip where you can grab, pull it tight, make it tight, and whenever you think it's okay, you just fold it in. And nothing is flying around and fiddling around, so these little details are everywhere around. It's just fantastic. Now I bought them with 2 auxiliary pockets. This you have to buy extra. So this can do another 2 to 5 liters, I think, and depends what you put inside. They come with this watertight bag, so you can stuff there some things which you don't want to get wet, and you can secure them nicely on it. Again, you have here this to secure it so nothing will fall out, and again this little catch here to tighten it up so it's nice and snug. Now on the other side I have at the moment my toolkit, which is also separately to buy. Let's take this out. Come basically with this pouch on the inside. You have to pin a tool roll, which at the moment I have all my stuff inside and a little bit more, so just for the necessity, in case you have to tighten something, in case you have to fix something. Not that I'm a big mechanic, but yeah, so that's quite nice with this watertight bag. Now this bag as well, for example, you can use either to mount it somewhere. You have also this additional mounting points here, or what is also good, if it's somewhere dirty or wet, you can kneel on that. You can sit it, you can maybe sit even on that, so if you have a wet ground and you not necessarily want to get it wet now. But now, as mentioned, to take them off and put them back on the bike, you have on both sides this ledge with this mechanism. When you don't pull, there's no way they can come out. You pull that, it's super easy, they slip out and you just take them off. To put them in, you just fiddle them in. You just align them. One squeeze down, one push down, and they're nice and secure. Now, to have the mounted is, as mentioned, I have from SW Motec the Evo carrier, which is this one here. It's the old version, but it fits fantastic. So it has this 8 screws with the 4 brackets, which align very well, and it's nice and neat. Now, definitely, if you put it, secure it with some thread lock, because you don't want to over tighten the aluminium in the back. Now, that setup what I chose is the best that fits for me for the Multistrada 950, and I'm pretty sure you were curious on how it is the Moskos versus the exhaust. Now, I hope you can see this nicely. There is not a lot of space between, but both are not shaking, and there's no scratches on the exhaust. There's maybe what, 2 millimeters space, and that's more than sufficient. Now, so far I didn't experience any challenges that they get hot when they are on. Now, what you see now is basically without, and now let's add the Mosko Moto on this side, and then you can see there's still enough space underneath here in this area. Now, they get a little bit warm, but they're still far enough out from the exhaust and from the fumes which come out to have any kind of meltage. Now, as well, when you drive, they get cooled quite okay. So, Mosko Moto Backcountry 35. I'm very pleased with them so far. They should have more than sufficient space for a 1 or 2 week trip, maybe even for a longer trip. If you want to add a tent or so, there's enough possibilities to secure it in between, or I use just in the back to put it there. Now, if I want to add additional pockets or so, here you have these molly mounting points here on this side, on the bottom as well, if you want to have a molly back or something to store a fuel bottle or something. In the back, where I have now the auxiliary pocket, the molly mounting points, they are covered. This is all I chose them, so if I don't have the dry bag in, you know, there's enough space for 2 bottles of water, or you want to have also then here some fuel storage. There's as well another bag where you maybe can put some water in. There's down here, there's a small opening, so you could take out the thingy, which you can pour some water out if you want to wash, if you want to drink, or whatever your needs are. Now, heavy, yeah, okay, they're now, I have sinks inside. They're not the lightest most likely, but definitely lighter than any kind of aluminium pannier. They're definitely more flexible than any kind of aluminium pannier, and I mean, even from this side, easily mounted, and definitely I think you can put more than 35 liters in it. Now let's take a look inside on the dry bag. Now, to open them is very simple. You release this buckle, you have on each side one of these other buckles, and then you just can open the roll top. Now here you have the red inside, it's written again standard dry bag, Mosko Moto 35 liters. So this, if you don't want to take the panniers out, and because they're all wet and all maybe filthy, full of dirt, depends where you are and how you ride. You have here this Velcro, you just open it, yeah, on both sides, and you just can take individually the bag out. Now, the bag itself has as well a closing mechanism. So the inner bag itself, once you have them out, you can roll them in. You have a closing mechanism which you can just close, and then you have a separate carrying handle once they are out, when they are full. So why did I choose Mosko Moto over others? I mean, you know that I have, or maybe you've seen in my videos, I had from SW Motec the Trex ADV cases. Unfortunately, the big ones, the 45-liter ones, which are far too big. Yes, they were okay. Handling of the bike is absolutely no issue with them, but they make a big ass to the bike of 106 centimeters, which is like almost a car. Not really, but you know what I mean. Now, then I got the Sysbag 15 from SW Motec, 15 liters, because I thought I could mount them on the Evo carrier. I wasn't quite right by that, so I had to buy the Pro carrier because they didn't fit on the Evo carrier. Pro carrier, picture here. Now, then I said, okay, I want something permanent, you know, where 15 liters is okay. That's 15 each side. They're okay, they're small, they're for a 1 week trip sufficient, but you're still limited. They're light and all, but not for what I actually wanted. Then I said, okay, I was looking at the Krieger, I was looking at others, soft luggage, on other soft luggage options. Now, they all had one thing in common. You had to strap them on the bike and you couldn't mount them with a mounting plate. Now, the Moskos, whenever you don't need, you take it out and it's good to go. I mean, if you don't want to drive around having this mounting plate there, okay, quick release, one screw here, one here, and one up here, and then the carrier is off, and whenever you need it, it's back on. Now, due to the fact that I have always something with me, I like to have them on, and so it's no need. And I think, let's take it off again. It doesn't look so bad. It doesn't look so bad. It gives a bit of a rugged look, and when you want to have the pure, sexy Multistrada look, you just take the carrier off, and yeah, it's all back to track day. So I hope you enjoyed this little review about the Mosko Moto Backcountry 35 liters in the Woodland edition. Now, I know they're on the more expensive side of soft luggage that you can buy, and there's cheaper brands out there. Doesn't mean these brands are not good, not at all. This is all up to your personal preference. If you prefer the Moskos, if you prefer Krieger, SW Motec, and the others, there's many out there. This is all up to your preference. So I still love them. All the little details on them, they're just fantastic, the possibilities with them. Now here, yes, standing half in the desert, I'm pretty sure I not necessarily need a dry bag, but on the other hand, the dry bag is not bad because it keeps also the dust and the fine sand out of them that you have here in this country. I'm pretty sure I will have many years with them, fun and a lot of travels. Now it's January already. Next month I have to initiate that I can go off the Canadian Passage and import the bike here in the United Arab Emirates. So let's see how this goes. Tomorrow the letter to UAE Customs goes into the post, and then let's see on their reply. Let's keep fingers crossed that everything goes well, and I definitely gonna update you in a later video once the whole process is up and running on all the things which I have to still to consider. If I have to fly back to Germany to unregister the bike next month or not, which I will see. So let's hope for the easier way. Then as well, before I gonna change the registration, I gonna go over to Oman, to the Hajar Mountains, to Jabal Shams, and ride a little bit this area around Jabal Shams and Niswa. So thank you for watching. Leave me please down a comment. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't subscribe to my channel, please support me, hit the subscribe button, and I see you back soon on my channel. I'm Nikolai, your Spog Wanderer. I'm gonna hit the road. Ciao for now.